Welcome back to Curiosity Repo, your home for exploring the fascinating and the unexplained. Today, we're venturing into the vastness of space, not just to see the stars, but to understand what seeing the stars does to us. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to float in zero gravity, looking down at our entire world? It's an experience reserved for a select few, but its effects are profound and universal, changing the very way astronauts perceive life, humanity, and our place in the cosmos. This isn't just about the thrill of space travel, it's about a fundamental shift in consciousness. It's a psychological phenomenon so powerful that it has its own name, the overview effect. It's the moment an astronaut sees Earth from space, not as a collection of countries on a map, but as a single, living entity suspended in the dark. Imagine floating in the silent expanse, shielded from the void by only a thin layer of metal and glass. You turn to look out the window, and there it is, a brilliant blue and white marble, hanging delicately in the infinite blackness. There are no lines, no borders, no visible signs of the divisions that define our lives on the surface. This single, breathtaking view has repeatedly triggered a cognitive shift in those who have witnessed it. Astronauts from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and nations have all described a similar, overwhelming feeling, a sense of profound connection to the planet and to every living thing on it. It's a moment of clarity that transcends politics and personal identity. Frank White, a space philosopher, coined the term overview effect in 1987 after interviewing dozens of astronauts. He described it as a state of awe, an experience of seeing the big picture. Suddenly, the daily squabbles and conflicts that seem so important on the ground feel infinitesimally small and insignificant. The psychological reports from the Apollo missions are some of the earliest and most powerful testaments to this phenomenon. These were pilots and engineers, individuals trained for logical, mission-focused thinking. Yet, their personal logs and post-flight interviews are filled with language that sounds more philosophical than scientific. Apollo 8 astronaut William Anders famously captured the Earthrise photograph, one of the most iconic images in human history. He later reflected on the experience, stating, "We came all this way to explore the moon, and the most important thing is that we discovered the Earth." This sentiment was echoed by his crewmate, Frank Borman. Looking back at our planet, he was struck by its apparent fragility. He described it as a grand oasis in the big vastness of space, emphasizing how crucial it was to protect our only home. Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell had what he described as a samadhi experience on his way back from the moon. He felt an intense, intuitive connection to the universe, a sense of oneness. He said the molecules of his body and the molecules of the spacecraft were manufactured in ancient stars. He felt an interconnectedness of it all. This wasn't just a fleeting emotion. For many, the overview effect leads to a lasting change in perspective. Astronauts often return to Earth with a renewed sense of purpose, becoming passionate advocates for environmentalism, humanitarianism, and global cooperation. They've seen with their own eyes that we are all in this together, on a tiny, fragile spaceship called Earth. Seeing the thin, delicate ribbon of our atmosphere, the only thing separating us from the lethal vacuum of space, drives home the precariousness of our existence. From orbit, you can see how interconnected our planetary systems are, weather patterns swirling across continents, dust from one desert fertilizing a rainforest thousands of miles away. The concept of borders, so starkly drawn on our maps and so fiercely defended on the ground, simply vanishes. Astronauts have often spoken about the absurdity of national conflicts when viewed from a global perspective. From 250 miles up, you don't see divisions, you see a unified, dynamic system. Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, the first human in space, was captivated by Earth's beauty. He wrote, "Circling the Earth in my orbital spaceship, I marveled at the beauty of our planet. People of the world, let us safeguard and enhance this beauty, not destroy it." This message has been a consistent theme for space travelers ever since. They become, in a sense, unofficial ambassadors for planet Earth. They have seen the reality that our fates are intertwined, that an action on one side of the world can have consequences on the other. The psychological impact is not just about appreciating Earth's beauty, but also about a deep-seated cognitive dissonance. The astronauts know of the conflicts and struggles happening below, yet from their vantage point, all they see is harmony and unity. This contrast can be jarring and transformative. This shift isn't just anecdotal, it's a recognized field of study in space psychology. Researchers are trying to understand the neurological and cognitive mechanisms behind the overview effect. Is it the awe of the visual stimulus? The isolation? The realization of our planet's scale in the cosmos? Some theories suggest it's a form of whole systems thinking being triggered in an unprecedented way. Our brains are suddenly forced to process our world not as a familiar ground-level environment, but as a complete, finite object. This forces a reevaluation of everything we thought we knew about our home. The experience can be intensely humbling. Floating next to the sheer scale of the cosmos, personal egos and ambitions tend to shrink. Astronauts report feeling like a tiny part of a much larger, intricate, and beautiful system, rather than the center of their own universe. This feeling of unity and interconnectedness is a powerful antidote to the tribalism and us versus them mentality that fuels so much conflict. The astronauts see no them, only us, a single human family on a shared journey. As space travel becomes more accessible with commercial flights, the possibility of more people experiencing the overview effect is on the horizon. Could this be a catalyst for a broader shift in human consciousness? Imagine world leaders having the opportunity to see Earth from orbit. Would it change the way they govern? The hope is that the lessons learned from the overview effect don't have to be experienced firsthand to be understood. Through the stories, photographs, and testimonies of astronauts, we can all get a glimpse of this powerful perspective. We can all start to see our world a little differently. The images from space, like the blue marble and Earthrise, have already had a profound impact on global culture. They became symbols for the environmental movement in the 1970s, helping to galvanize a generation into thinking about planetary health. They allowed us, for the first time, to see ourselves from the outside. The ultimate message of the overview effect is one of unity, responsibility, and hope. It reminds us that our home is a beautiful, fragile oasis in the vast emptiness of space. It's a reminder that the things that unite us are far more significant than the things that divide us. It's a perspective that challenges us to rise above our petty disputes and work together to protect the only home we will ever know. The view from space doesn't just change your brain, it has the potential to change the world. Thanks for joining us on this journey at Curiosity Repo. If you found this exploration of the overview effect as mind-bending as we did, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries of our world and beyond. Until next time, stay curious.